Bonjour. G'day everyone. Welcome back to True Footy for 2023. My name is Jesse. If you've forgotten, good to have you back. Got 5 in the chat. Welcome guys. Give the stream a like if you don't mind. Doing the old budget version of the stream today. Just myself here in my bedroom, or soon to be ex-bedroom. In the process of moving out at the moment, so there is nothing in my living room. There is no couch. It's gone. The True Footy iconic backroom casting, is that what it's called? Look at me pretending I don't know. The big couch is gone. Sold it. Dylan sold it. So now we're sort of on location doing a stream. I have streamed in my bedroom before, but this is the way it's got to be for now. So I'm half living here, half living at my dad's. For those unaware, currently recovering from my wisdom teeth removal. I was in so much pain this morning. I double dropped these really strong painkillers and I started like jittering at work. Then I had a couple of coffees and I was fine. G'day Kev, g'day Darth Jar Jar, g'day the playlist guy, Captain LF and Huntsman. Welcome. So yeah, just this is the best way to treat sore wisdom teeth, a beer. But it's been 8 days post surgery and g'day PM, your wisdom teeth tell you so. Oh, I wouldn't know who's going to win. I don't have any of those. First beer in a couple of weeks. Since the old surgery. Yeah, they're still bothering me a little bit, but such is life. So I'm streaming on one laptop and I'm watching the footy on another. Very excited for footy to kick off. This should be a good game, to be honest. Carlton and Richmond. I had these sides 4th and 7th in my predictions. But I have tipped Richmond, even though I think Carlton will finish higher. I think I'm going to go for Carlton tonight. Thanks, He. It's good to be back. Good to have you as well. Oh, your ankle's still swollen, is it, Kev? Are you going to be alright to go to the game? That'll be a good game. Oh, sorry, Graz. Yeah. I do not have the space in my room to accommodate another person, so couldn't invite Bush. For those who missed it, couch is sold, moving out of this place, and so yeah, just streaming in my room. Sasquatch Frio, co-founder of the channel, is in the chat. Welcome back. G'day Chris, it has been a while. I think the draft was the last time we did a stream, probably. Yeah, North versus West Coast not being the opener is a farce. It's clearly the biggest blockbuster fixture. But I suppose they know they can chuck it on a Saturday morning and it will still sell out. Thanks, Graz. Yes. Not quite my New England house just yet, but soon. My room in England is probably not going to be as good as this. Not that there's anything special. It's just for those who haven't seen it. Oh, beers. There's not a lot going on in here. Oh, knocked out the charger. I've got 20 in the chat, guys. Thank you for being here. Where are we at? Tiger's going to be undefeated. We'll see. I have tipped him tonight. Damn, Kev. That sucks. Did anything happen? Or was you just hurt? Yeah, you're right, Graz. There you go, PM. Wow, you do know me well. That even took me a second to get that reference. That'd be cool. I am going for the Blues because I tipped them to do really well this year, and I want them to justify that a little bit. G'day, Eli. When will Yo catch a break? I don't know. It's a great question. There's only a minor calf strain, but it's like repeated now. It opens the door for another young player to come in, so it's not the end of the world. It just sucks for him. He's a good player. We want our good players playing naturally, but yeah. Oh, my tooth is killing me. I'm going to have a gnarly look in the reflection at it. I like to do that sometimes. Yep, just as I suspected. Still no wisdom teeth. Oh, fuck. I shouldn't really be mixing painkillers with beers. So I just won't have painkillers, just beers. That's weird, Kev. And it's swollen. That's bizarre. Who'll be best on ground tonight? Good question. I need to look at the lineups, actually. Immediately want to say Patrick Cripps. Maybe Charlie Curnow. Oh, I tipped Richmond though, didn't I? Taranto's probably the easy option. Let me have a look at the lineups though, just to refresh my memory. I'll say Jaden Short, actually. How you liking teams for the Eagles game? Yeah, I mean, apart from Yo and Nat Nui not being available, I think it opens the door for Jamison, who I like. And did O'Neill get picked? I need to have a look at that. I was kind of hoping O'Neill would get picked. Which reminds me, I need to have a look at my AFL fantasy team now that the teams are out. Hang on. Let's have a gander at these teams. Okay, the AFL app says they're not out yet, which is obviously not true. Nah, refreshed it, there we go. Xavier O'Neill, they're not showing us the bench. That's handy. Very handy. O'Neill was the one I wanted to see get picked, but I'm happy with the youth that's in the side. Yeah, Chris, Yo missing did suck from a fantasy point of view. Yeah, Geoff, I'm okay with no Cully in the team. But I would have been happy with... I would have liked O'Neill in. I can't see the bench, so I don't know if he generally got picked. I'll be able to tell in a second. Here we go, as the season's about to start. Looks like a good atmosphere, as you'd expect. Blues shorts are weird. I don't like them. Why would they think that's a good idea? O'Neill did get picked. Alright, I'm happy with that. So one of O'Neill and Cully playing I was fine with. Richmond free kick. And Nankervis sends it inside 50 for the first time. Who's going to kick the first goal of the year? Is that McGovern? Flower bag. Dusty. Kicked it. There you go. Surprise, surprise. Oh, thank you, Jason. That's very generous of you. Appreciate it, mate. Good on you. Thank you very much for the donation. It will come in handy, considering how poor I'm about to be. I'm unemployed 7 days from now. Or 9 days from now. Which is exciting in itself. So, hopefully that score updates. I bet it doesn't. I bet it doesn't. Always have trouble with the score updating on OBS. Here we go. I might try this. Let me see if I can do something here. Bear with me, folks, as I gaze wistfully past you. So great start for the Tigers here. That was McGovern who dropped that mark, hey? Proved to be crucial in the end. I'm just trying to fix the scoreboard for anyone. Oh, I missed. God damn it. Fisher's kicked a goal. Good stuff. Will this work? Scuzzy-moi? No, absolutely no life. I'm going to have to try a different website. Because I'm sick of this shit. Try this way. Sorry if the vacuum's annoying. My roommate is vacuuming. So yeah, I'm just watching the good snap there from Fisher. Ed Kerno with the goal assist. Cripper inside 50 with a flower bag. And Richmond rebound, but it'll come back. Sard. Jeez, head looks shiny tonight. It's a good kick. Is that Mackay? His brother's not playing for North tomorrow, which is nice. It's a poor kick inside 50 though. Turned over. Alright, try this bloody scoreboard again. Why do I feel like this scoreboard's not going to work either? Sorry, this is not riveting viewing. I'm nearly done. Ah! Oh, we got some life. I'm such a boomer. There we go. Bear with me. Where's it gone now? Okay, this is going to be a problem. That's going to update constantly, I think. I think this is going to be a problem. See if this lasts. Alright, no more buggering around with that. Let me know if it buggers up again and then I'll see if I can fix it. I agree, Rugright. It is good to have footy back. So, now to focus on the game. Kerno, with the 1 goal assist. That will not become another goal assist. Gee, Morris Jr.'s filled out a little bit, eh? Looking a lot thicker around the gills. Nah, looking a lot more muscular. Dusty again. He's kicked 1. Lewis Young gets back. As does Wiedering. Am I going to stream some AFL 23? Unfortunately, I have to get rid of my PS4. I can't take it over there. And I'm not going to sell it and then buy a new one, I doubt. And even then, I'll be gone by the time the game comes out. So, unfortunately, no. Nor will I be streaming the Eagles game, unfortunately. I have my sister's birthday lunch. So, I will be up in Scarborough watching the game there. So I think this will be the only stream I do this weekend. The Blues go forward and it's a poor kick by Kerno. So a couple of missed kicks in this game, but some I think are probably just a bit of rush decision making. Who else do we have the True Footy team? Good question, and that is the extent of it at the moment. I've got a couple of other ideas of guys I want to get to contribute. A couple of West Australian dudes. So, yeah, I'm sort of just consider who do I think's really talented but doesn't have the platform they deserve, or at least the time to put into their platform, but has the talent to make videos. That's the sort of criteria, and I've got a couple of guys in mind who I think will genuinely add a lot to the channel, but I haven't hit them up yet. Rogue Wright reckons the Tigers finish higher. I have tipped Carlton to finish higher, but Richmond to win the game. So I'll double down on that, I guess. Jamo and Dill, I think they're going to be busy with their own thing. I don't know if they're, they really fancy themselves as full-time footy pundits. That being said, we'd happily collaborate with them on the channel. I did talk about it ages ago, I just never actually did it. In the background here, Silvani's taking a really good forward mark. Graz reckons Chera looks horrible in blue. I forgot they're both Dockers. Former Dockers. That was a great grab. 25 in the chat, guys. Thank you. Chuck a like on the stream if you don't mind. He's kicked it. 12-6 Carlton's way. It's a good game, as Darth Jar Jar points out. A good start to the game. Well, I won't lie to you, I've been uploading out the wazoo lately. Yeah, I'm very, very aware this is about to become my full-time job. And therefore, fire's lit up under me. Uploaded like 10 videos in like 7 days or something. Graz changed his tip to Richmond. Early days, it's only 2-1. Thanks, Eli. You hate that the season opener is always the same game. Yeah, I agree. I like some variety too. That being said, this year it's a really good game in terms of quality of teams, I reckon, for the first time in a while. Short mops up. Who I got in fantasy in this game? Oh, fantasy is doing this weird, annoying thing where it remembers me on the laptop, but it won't. It says my account hasn't been set up properly on the phone, so I have to do everything off this laptop, which is going to be a problem when I'm in Europe. Well, I just got a wave of excitement there. Fuck, I'm travelling soon. Big time travelling too. Thanks, Eli. Yeah, I did a bit of a last-minute video on the AFL channel. Shout out to Caden McDonald. He's actually the reason that happened, because he was... I think the AFL got him to organise it, and he selected, a handful of us, and I was one of them, thankfully. So he deserves the credit for it, but I'll take it. Just having a look at my fantasy team here. So Bailey Humphrey didn't get picked, or extended bench. Oh, he's injured. I didn't realise that. As the Tigers get it behind. I wanted to see who's playing for me in this game tonight. Doherty, Cowan, Oliver Hollands, Taranto. That's it. I'll keep that on in the background. It's good fun. So, out of thin air, was that Bolton? Sends it inside 50. Anyone here not watching the game? Or are we all watching it together? Is that short? Oh! Fairly average shot. Oh, it's not even short at all. It's Jack Graham. Doherty with the kick out. Darth has Doherty, Hollands, Cripps, Taranto and Baker. Yeah, nice. I don't have Baker or Cripps. And I have Cowan. Good to see Cowan get an early debut. Likeable player in last year's draft. Blues are trying to gather the ball, but now Prestia sends it to the top of the goal square. Wiedering strong, but can't quite grab it. Young rebounds it. Rogue Riot's playing fantasy this year alongside the usual super coach. Yeah, I should probably try a super coach, but I don't know. Something's stopping me. I don't like change. I'm comfortable with my fantasy team. I don't know. Can someone explain to me actually what is the difference? Is it just, obviously the points would be slightly different, and how exactly is disposal efficiency affected? So, Richmond with the last 5 inside 50, so I think this will be a close game. Sort of ebbing and flowing, and both sides looking like they're about to get on top, and then they lose momentum. But it's an important 8-point game, early on in the season. I think two teams that are internally think top 4 is a chance, to be honest. Internally, that's not necessarily the expectation externally, but... See if I can get a better angle in here. This is probably better, to be honest. Is that Acres? Number 13. Good pick up for the Blues in terms of shoring up some midfield depth. Taranto, another recruit for the opposition. Doherty. Acres again. The heat is on. You can lose points for clangers, I see. I think I'm just streaming this game here at this stage. Sunday's a chance to do a stream. I'll see how I feel. But because I'm leaving the country in 3 weeks, my weekends are filling up, and I'm trying to balance that with the stuff I need to do for True Footy, which I think I've done a pretty good job of in the last week or so in terms of how much I've done. Versus, seeing all the people I need to see before I go. It's a pretty big move. I haven't even told everyone that I need to tell that I'm leaving, which is pretty silly. $36 trades for the entire year. Yeah, that's cool. Was fantasy ever like that? I feel like at one point you had that in fantasy too. Like 5+ years ago. G'day, Ethan Ashley Kelly. I'm good, mate. How are you? Hewitt gets wrapped up, but he gets the ball to Doherty, who pleasingly is finding plenty of the footy. Here we go. Shot on goal. No. Oh, good mark there by Pickett. Just having a look again at the teams for tomorrow. Nope, AFL out crashed again. Nice. Hewitt's had a busy opening term. 34 fantasy points with 9 minutes still to go. Is that Bolton all by himself? He's got Lynch and Rioli Jr. Oh dear, he's popped that up way too much. And Hollins does really well. Is that Hollins? He did. He keeps it in too, so good from a fantasy point of view. So Hollins was 2-on-1 there against Tom Lynch and Morris Rioli Jr. and won the footy. Well done. Cochin sends it inside 50 again though, and that's a much better kick, and he finds Lynch. So this will put the Tigers in front. Kev doesn't trust the Blues for finals. It's only early, mate. Only quarter time. They might still win this game. Oh, Tom Lynch has missed. He is prone to that, isn't he? Great player, but he can miss some close shots. I feel like that should have been a goal. 1 goal 4. So 5 scoring shots to 2 and Carlton lead. $23 viewers, guys. Thank you. It's good to be back for season 2023. Plenty of content to come. So Rewalt sends not quite inside 50. McIntosh will send them inside 50, you'd think. So Richmond shipping it around here. They didn't end up going inside 50s. Eli, I am going to the Eagles in Melbourne in round 4, and unfortunately that's it. I've got work. My final day at work is during the Eagles GWS game, which I didn't realise at first, which sucks. Cowan had a possession there, and that was a turnover. So the Blues sort of withstanding a barrage of pressure at the moment from the Tigers. Ooh. Shy Bolton, little unlucky. It might have been high. He kind of ducked into it. I think it was still high. And he got pinged holding the ball for it. Carlton get out of their back 50. It's a hot footy, that's for sure. Ball up, nearly. Yeah, on the wing. Yeah, Cowan's on -2, is he? Yeah, I think he had one kick and it was a turnover. Understandable. Good intercept there by Sard. I feel like he's been pretty active. Oh, well done, Grimes. Hey, Nyasha. Good, mate. How are you? Well, Cripps with a good, powerful clearance. Fisher sends a wobbler inside 50. Jack Martin's there. Finds Motlop by hand. It takes a little bit long, but no, he does all right. Handballs it to the feet of Cripps, though, and it's a turnover. Richmond get out of trouble. Lots of mistakes in this game. It is round 1, but I think the pressure's pretty solid from both sides. Oh, Curnow, he's got an open 50 almost. No, he's found Mackay, almost drags it down. He's done very well there. Well done, Harry Mackay. That's some forward craft there, and now the Blues are 8 points up, despite Richmond having the better of the play. Chris is saying Dusty behind the ball. That's why you need MANSCAPED. Seamless. Was that a request? He should play behind the ball, or he is? I didn't really notice. Oh, wisdom tooth. Ow, I'm such a little bitch. Hello, Huntsman. I'm good, mate. How are you? Thanks for being here, mate. Oh, I'll tell you what, the things I do for content. I worked 12 till 9 last night. Then 12 till 9:30, and I got back up at 6 to go to work so that I could be here today for the stream. This house does not have a fridge. I've just got a 6-pack of beers that are getting more and more lukewarm. That's it, mate. Me too. I'm always excited for the Eagles, regardless of where we're expected to finish. Always excited to see them play. Blues will finish top 4. They're angry, reckons Darth Jar Jar. That was my ballsy tip. Manscaped. And, I don't know. Like, Richmond have had the better of the play for the most part. Their just end product hasn't been great. Carlton have done a pretty good job of withstanding the momentum, which can be a good sign, because they'll probably have their own momentum swing. They got another inside 50 here, though. Prestia marks on the edge of the paint. This will be the only game I stream this weekend, I think, I could do Sunday, potentially. I'll have a look, but could do the Freo game. I wonder if Drews is going to do it. Probably not. I think he's still in Germany. Presti's lining up for goal. 3 and a bit. Oh, that's a flower bag. If anyone else, yeah, he's completely kicked out on the full. Green apple splatters. What is that? Dare I ask? I'm a little bit scared to ask what that is. So 3.5 remaining in the opening term. Thanks for being here, guys. 22 in the chat. Chuck a like on the stream if you don't mind. 21 likes. Let's get it to 50 by half time. That'd be hot. Hewitt has 11 disposals. Gee whiz. Doherty again. Good opening turn from him. In terms of fantasy, I think like 30, 31. I'll take that. But the Tigers could get a late goal here. Haven't seen too much of Taranto yet. Tigers inside 50 again and again. Cowan. Is that going to be another turnover? No, it's done all right. Kennedy clears. Ball up. So Carlton, they win a free kick. If Carlton don't concede a goal to end this quarter, I think they'll be very happy with how this has gone, to be honest, in terms of score. Because Richmond just have been a little bit more assertive. Jesse got that pre-AIDS Freddie Mercury jawline. Did his jawline change after he got AIDS? I'm glad he didn't say post-AIDS. Here we go. Jack Martin, he's a talented player, but that is a difficult kick. And it's gone through forward or behind. 9 points the margin. Is the score updating? Yeah, basically. How many points is Taranto on? 22. That's alright. Not bad for a quarter I haven't noticed him in. 7 touches. I need to watch more closely. Oh, clever from Martin. The Tigers will really want a goal here. Oh, so weird not having wisdom teeth now. Stop touching him. Circle head ting. What does that mean? Just his face got rounder. Did he put on weight? Why are we talking about this? But I am curious. JB and the BT of, yeah. I hear you, Rogue Riot. I feel like I've seen Young a lot tonight. Prestia as well. To Short, the man I said might be best on ground tonight. It's a good inside 50, but it was spoiled. Good pressure from Richmond. I feel like every possession Carlton's had has been under duress. And still 9 points up. Oh, good mark by TDK. We've got a video coming out next week. I might upload that while I'm here. Much better internet. If every AFL team could steal one player, who would yours be? Let us know in the chat. I won't reveal anything yet, but yeah, right, Huntsman. There you go. Bohemian Rhapsody is a great film. It got a lot of critical, got a lot of criticism, but I still really enjoyed it. I think just because the music of Queen is so good, the film couldn't fail. Here we go. 5 seconds to go. Dusty, just the man you want, as a shot on goal. 50 metres the man on the mark is. So it's winning his range. .300 career goals. Take Juddo 4. Good nomination. I was thinking current players, but Juddo 4 was bloody good. What has happened there? Dusty's torpedo has flower bag, but it went straight and it stayed in. So Carlton have done a solid job. I don't want to overpraise them because they got beaten in that quarter and it felt like 1 goal 4 though. Tells the story. So Carlton will be very happy to be 9 points up, but they'll need a better quarter because if they play 4 quarters like that, Richmond will win. Yeah, Rami Malek was good. I agree. 2008 Xavier Ellis. Yeah. I would take 2023 Xavier Ellis. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to grab something from my car. I will be 2 minutes. Milady. Just reading the chat here. Some nominations of players you'd steal. Akamanaso 104, I like it. Jilf would take Devon Robertson. Interesting. Of any player you could steal, you'd take Devon Robertson. I'd take Logan McDonald. That's the giveaway I'll give you. From the video, I said the Eagles, Logan McDonald. Excuse me. So Sam Doherty, 28 fantasy points, not 31. Who else have I got? I got Taranto on 22. Cowan with 14. That's about right. I went with Will Day in the end. Huntsman, what do you reckon about Will Day for fantasy? Brayshaw took Miller. Yeah, makes sense. Brayshaw, yeah, good nomination. Well, either of them, but Brayshaw's young. Any boys from either Warragul, Druin, Echuca? Somebody just got drafted from Echuca. Is it Noah Long, Huntsman? You'll know. Is it Noah Long from there? And Ruben Jimby. Yeah, fair enough. Thanks, Griffin RL. Appreciate it. Rogue Riot. That's funny. Yeah, I know a girl who loves the Bulldogs, and man, they had some good-looking players actually, like Lipinski, Josh Dunkley, Bailey Smith. That's a strong top three. Mason Cox would not look great in an Eagles uniform. Why do you think he's a no-go for fantasy? Talk to me. Oh, there you go, Huntsman. Yeah, hopefully he's a gun. Naturally. Who's winning this one? Good question. I think so far I've been more convinced by Richmond, but it is only one quarter. I'll still say Richmond. They just haven't been able to score properly. First game, Mitch Robinson. I don't even remember his debut. Was it very good, was it? I swear Kerno looked younger. Charlie. Why does he look younger? I think his hair's grown out. Yeah, fair call, Rogue Riot. A team of day... I think it's Daykai, the plural. Yeah, Greg Clark's a funny one. He seems like he's on the outer. Even last year, when we had no players to pick from, he didn't really get that many opportunities. So, I think he's up against it to prove his spot. Taranto wins, I think, the clearance, but he sends it inside 50, nearly. Rewalt takes a one-hander. Good mark. Flower bags it. Oh, that's got to be the pre-season rust, surely. That's a shot on goal gone begging for Richmond. He'll be really frustrated with that. There was a good play up until that point. Carlton now rebounding, and Motlop has it in the centre of the ground. Oh, there you go, Huntsman. Man, how do you know that? How old were you when that happened? DeConing. That's a great snap. Oh. Why did Mackay not mark that? Mackay's let that bounce through for a behind. Clark got selected over Cully. Wait, did Clark get selected? I've been flat out today. I haven't really had a time to reflect on the best 22. Did he get picked? No, he's an emergency, but I suppose, yeah, you're right. He got picked ahead of Cully, but don't know. We'll see. We'll see how he goes in the waffle. I feel like Cully will win a lot of footy in the waffle. Who names a baby Greg? I know, especially in 1996 or whatever it was. 1997. 1997. I think, isn't there... I read an article. I don't know if it was a joke article or not, but there was an article in the UK about how the Gregs were dying off. There was, like, not very many Gregs left in the UK because the name stopped getting used. I mean, there'd still be a lot now. It's not that old a name, but... it will die off. Now, Asher reckons TDK or Georgiadis. Yeah, fair call. G'day, the basketball goat. Dusty's been prominent. I don't know why we're surprised. Taranto fumbles, gets the handball off. Could have been a kick. Gee, Richmond are fumbly. Their touch has been inferior, even though they've been more aggressive, more assertive. They just haven't been able to get the final product. So if that doesn't improve, they won't win. I just realised Jinby got named on the ball. Not on the bench. He got named as a follower. Interesting. I don't think that means anything, but mildly interesting. Gaff and Chess are the wings. Hunt named on a back flank, sorry. You guys can have Georgiadis if you give us Witherden. You're done. What? Did Witherden... Yeah, actually Witherden did get Pete, didn't he? Pretty sure he got named on the bench. Yeah, I'll do that deal in a heartbeat. Taranto. Ooh, cross the face. But I'll take it. It's a possession. Gary. Well done, Huntsman. Fuck, Huntsman, how do you know everything? I'm very impressed. Oh, Jacob Constanti, eh? I know a lot of Garys, though, Huntsman, in the UK. No, that sounded weird. Why do I know so many Garys? That's suspicious. No, I know a few. Okay, 2. Taranto again. Getting a few junky possessions, but... Motlop. You feel like he's going to be a good player, eh? Sends it on sub 50. Kerno can't quite bring it down. Richmond rebound. I keep changing who I'm going for. I'm just supporting whoever's got the ball, to be honest. Jack Graham looks old. He's like significantly younger than me. Yeah. Eli meant McGovern, but he said Witherden. Nah, done deal. It's Witherden, mate. Taranto up to 13 possessions. Here we go. The Blues through Fisher. Rebound. Doherty. Oh, Mackay, sorry. Why did I think that was Doherty? Wide angle shot. Kerno. Good spoil by Grimes. He's a good defender. Rioli mops up in defence. Of the Daniel variety. Up the wing. Oh God, Huntsman, the chloroform. Morris Rioli takes a mark at the edge of the 50. Well done, Grimes, on that spoil. Would that really have been the first time Rogue right? Interesting. Yeah, I get your point. Rioli Jr. Is it going to fall short? Nah, it's a goal. Richmond finally get that goal. They're second to the game since Dusty kicked the opener, right? Dusty kicked the opening goal of the season, and then Carlton kicked 3, and now it's back to 4 points. Huntsman, I haven't listened to Backchat for a little while, but I'm a big fan of Backchat in general. Yeah, love this podcast Schofield's doing. But I've watched the clip. I watched the start of the Mark Lacroix podcast, and I watched the Ryan Daniels clip with Lachie Neale. But I need to catch up, to be honest. But to be honest, I've had so little free time lately that I have only been making content, not really listening to it. So, but I'm a fan generally. Any recommendations? Morris Rioli looks like DeBaby, does he? I'll have another look. I guess so. Well done, Pickett. Well done, Hewitt too. He's had a good game. Doherty from the centre. Finds Mackay. Mackay's chipped that up. That is a terrible kick. He's kicked it out on the full. It looked like it was a deliberate chip out of bounds in the pocket. Weird. Is the Ryan Daniels pod fully up on YouTube? Ah! I like Ryan Daniels. I didn't see your appearance with the fillet of fish, Huntsman. Let me know where I can find that. Ooh. I looked away at the wrong moment. Bolton's taken a big grab. We'll see the replay of that shortly. Oh, good mark, Rewell. Still such a gun. Would you rather have Bolton or Cameron? For the Eagles, Bolton's younger. I don't know. I think Cameron's probably a bit better at the moment, but Bolton's pretty bloody close, to be honest, and that's a massive compliment. Charlie Cameron's a gun. Oh, Pickett gets wrapped up holding the ball. Is that Akers? He's been in the thick of it today. What stats does Akers have? Not as prominent as I thought. Only 5 possessions. Hewitt's up to 52. Jack Rewalt, the second most fantasy points on the field. That surprised me a little. Oh, well done, Daniel Rioli. Richmond mop up again. Yeah, I still feel confident Richmond's going to win this game. They just look a little bit better. How'd you meet Dan, Nyasha? Huntsman, I gotta watch that. I'm gonna try and find it now. Good game of footy we got going on here. Oh yeah, I see what you mean about DeBaby. Oh, good hands by Bolton. And also good hands by Graham. Oh, great tackle by Sard. Toronto 41 fantasy points. Yeah, take that at this point. Captained Laird this weekend though. Episode 74, you reckon? Cripps and Doherty 31 points. Solid. So the Blues have it locked inside 50. So they probably have the better of the field territory very, very slightly. I'll have a look at the stats in a second, but it feels like Richmond have had much more possessions. Carlton inside 50. Cripps fails to mark. Oh, Cochin holding the ball, surely. They've paid advantage. That is harsh, but Owies. Oh, unlucky. That was a harsh advantage, to be honest. Your vice-captain Doherty, yeah, nice. I think my vice-captain's Brayshaw. Curnow. Top of the square. Good spoil. Margin to 6 points, Carlton's way. Still trying to find this episode 74. Free kick to Young. I want to see Huntsman with this fillet of fish. Cripps. Oh, he takes him on. That was a bit too brave. Gets pinged holding the ball by Baker, who's got a shit-eating grin on his face. Just took on too much. You could see that coming in slow motion. Oh, good burst of speed there from Graham. Martin, terrific user of many things. And now Richmond have a shot on goal. Miller in the number 46. He doesn't want to look... He doesn't want to really have a set shot here for a goal. As I'm on Huntsman watch here. Oh, he's kicked out in the full. No, it's behind, but no wonder he wanted to pass that off. No, it was out on the full. 6 points to margin still, by the looks. So the skills have been patchy as you'd expect for a round 1 game. 54 minutes, you reckon, Huntsman? Oh my god, I see you. I need to mute the footy here for a second.
That video sent through, Hammer. I'm going to need you to respond to it.
Understood. Let's watch it.
Let's have a look here. Gukesh D.
Who's this?
I have Dan's heavenly fillet fish right here.
He's holding a fillet of fish.
You a $5 fine if I do not like this.
Fair.
Fresh haircut, by the way,
So
Huntsman.
eating fillet of fish, Hawthorn jumpers in the background.
Guitar enthusiast.
Guitar
Thinking about
enthusiast.
fillet of fish.
A look of
Going
shock.
hard, actually. He's just studying it. What's happening?
I don't like it.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh! Got a bit.
Is he wearing a 3/4 length t-shirt?
Dad, what the fuck? It's going. Get on this.
No!
Pause it.
No fines for Dan.
We're not.
He's wearing a 3/4 length shirt, firstly.
You are wearing a 3/4 length shirt.
Fillet of fish. Wipe that. Just
Yeah, he's got a little bit
saving
left
a little
over.
bit for later.
So you're saying you
And
liked
thirdly,
it?
That is bullshit. They are fucking atrocious. The fillet of fish. Bullshit.
Yeah.
My ass, it was a fucking...
You literally got mayonnaise on your face, mate.
That is... No.
Thank you. Done and dusted. Hello, Backchat Podcast.
Well done, mate. Who would have thought you'd beat me to back chat? Well done. Unmute the football. Ooh, out of bounds. I think it's Richmond's inside 50. It was a long sleeve, just tucked up a bit. That makes sense. This Holland's only on 8 points, Star. I thought he was... I thought he had a few more touches than that. It's an absorbing contest. I find myself going for Carlton. Presti has been pretty prominent. It feels like that anyway. Cowan does well to force the ball up. You started the Discord server, Huntsman. Did you hit them up or did you just start it? Ooh, Presti wins the free kick by being first to the footy there. His handball's a little bit... Oh, Hopper's messed that up, but it was a bit of a non-ideal handball. Akers sends it to Mackay, who's taking a strong grab near the boundary line on the 50. Excuse my ignorance, Nyasha. What is beast? Oh, man, the skills in this game are average. Mackay's popped that up to the top of the square, and Richmond could have taken an uncontested mark, and he's fumbled it. So bad kick, bad mark attempt. Ooh, that could be insufficient attempt against Durando here. Ooh, haven't paid it. Yeah, nice one, Huntsman. Oh yeah, nice one. Nyasha. He seems like a nice guy. And his dream is to speak to Hamish Brayshaw. That's such a random one. Oh, good tackle by Cripps. Wraps up Vostin. Oh, that's not Vostin, that's Broad, isn't it? Rogue Wright says, you're still looking for editors, Jesse. I have actually hit someone up, or somebody hit me up, and has been doing content for me, and it reminds me I need to post it. I'll post it right now. And so far, so good. So, to answer your question, I'm okay for the short format. I think the relationship so far is going well. Not relationship, but... One sec, let me post this. So, 5 minutes 50 remaining. The scoring has really dried up. 2 goals to 3 is very low scoring when it looked like it was going to be a bit of a shootout early doors. Mackay's taken a wing, mark on the wing. He's been prominent too. Miller gets wrapped up and it counts as an inside 50 for the Blues. Ball up though. Yeah, exactly right, Darth Jar Jar. Yeah. Darth Jar Jar has accidentally been deleted. I saw your post though. You're right, the skills have been average and that's the reason why there hasn't been more goals. Oh, Jack Martin has taken a mark, yep. So he's 60 metres out. And you feel like as it's low scoring, a goal here would be quite damaging to the Blues. Yeah, nice one, Huntsman. 29 likes, guys, by the way. We wanted 50 by half time, so if you're in the chat and you haven't liked it, please hit like. It goes to the pocket. Oh, Mackay. He definitely didn't mark that, but he tried to claim it. Oh, that's a great goal. Who was that? Is that Owies? That is a quintessential crumbing small forwards goal. Well done. And the Blues get that goal. So the Blues go 12 points up, perhaps a little bit undeservedly. Well, I wouldn't say undeservedly. It's just that it's been more even than that. But they've pulled away because they've taken their opportunities and Richmond have lacked that end product. It could easily be in front. Great goal there from Owies. Yeah, very fumbly in this game, as you'd expect. Taranto gets a handball out. Taranto 46, Hollands 12, Cripps 34, Doherty 37, Baker 20. Thanks for that update. Another goal here to Carlton would be really, really hurtful for Richmond. In a half where they could arguably say they should be in front. I swear our game tomorrow night might be more exciting than this game. Yeah, possibly. I mean, two better teams based on last year. Geelong, Collingwood, that'd be huge. Will we ever see a 200-point score again? I think so. I reckon we will. Oh, McGovern. A little bit tardy on that. Sard, elusive. Oh, late goal here would be huge for Carlton, I reckon. And they have another shot on goal through Kennedy.
Smart kick by Curnow. Richmond had 2 or 3 numbers back at the top of the goal square. Had a bit of composure. Found Kennedy lead towards the pocket. Kennedy, a lot of work to do here from deep on the boundary.
Kennedy has kicked it for a behind. Good mark there by Cowan. Now that I don't have a mullet, I really judge mullets. I know that's really unfair. But it's like, come on, grow up. He's like 18. Very low scoring indeed. Kev reckons McStay will kick 3. I like it. It'll feel really weird not having JK in the team. Yeah. It's been 570 days without Oscar Allen too. Toe poker? I hardly know her. Huntsman reckons Fergus Green for 5 goals. Any reason why you don't use the AFL website for tipping? No reason. I joined an ESPN comp in like 2005, and so that's the website I just always used. Cowan, another good mark. So he's starting to work himself into the game. Bit of confidence, clearly. $53. Carlton could get a goal here. It's inside their 50, although Richmond rebounds, so there's a chance they get one too. A Richmond goal would be quite important. Dusty's involved in 2 or 3 parts of this chain. That's a bad sign for Carlton. 30 seconds to go, and Richmond have it 35 from goal. Looks like it may be a ball up though. Yeah. How long are we talking, Rogue Right? How long is your hair right now? Next player to kick 10 in the game, probably Charlie Curnow. 16 seconds to go, and McGovern's taking a mark. So that'll be the halftime score, you reckon? McGovern has been given a 50, which will take him to close to the centre of the ground. But I still don't think enough time to score. Well, they've got some overlap here. He doesn't realise how little time is left. He's taken too long. And the Blues will run out of time. Siren blows with the ball in the air. And, ooh, that will actually count as a behind. So Sard has kicked a clearing point, I think. It should count. It has counted, 16 to 30. Richmond will hope they don't lose by a point. It'll come down to that 50 metres. That's a good point, Huntsman. ACL and then BNF, that is telling. Although it wasn't a great team. Slightly past your shoulders, Rogue Rider. That is very long. I'd say don't go the mullet. Although if you've never gone a mullet before, it might be fun, to be honest. Don't go a shoulder length though, mullet, maybe. It's hard to tell. G'day, Mitch Buttsworth. How are you, mate? Wolfie's already given up. Carlton too good. I don't know. I wouldn't say that. It's only 2 goals to the difference. Richmond have not been bad. Well, I mean, they haven't been great, but they haven't been like that far off in terms of Carlton's quality. It's nice to have the score updated. I'm going to have a whiz. Back, homies. Oh, so we got some fantasy updates. Taranto 53, solid. Hollands 12 is a little disappointing. I started him on the field. Baker 17, I'm glad I didn't get him. Doherty 37 surprised me. Thanks, Mitch. I appreciate the words of support, mate. Good on you. Thank you. I'm going to crack a third beer, I reckon. Oh, my teeth are hurting. I'm not going to lie. Ugh. Beers are not helping. G'day, Arch takes dubs. Welcome, mate. 24 in the chat. Thank you, guys. We're on 34 likes. Let's get this up to 50 if you don't mind. Will help for the algorithm. Help some new people find the channel. 153 subs off 20k. But who's counting? Thanks, Mitch. See you next time, mate. I agree, Captain. Yeah, the opportunities are there. They just haven't been able to take it. And it's only 2 goals, so this game's completely open still. Thanks, Chris. I like to drink with you guys too. Cheers. Oh, fuck. Hurts. Royal reckons it's a dead game. I don't think it's a dead game. I think it's been, slow scoring. But I think it's a hot footy. And I think there's plenty riding on this game. As much as it's a round one, I think these are two teams that will be in that 5 to 8 range, personally. I mean, I had Carlton 4th, but 4 to 8 is a bit more realistic.
Well, you're right. I mean, Richmond are a forward half turnover team. Yet they got those forward half turnovers, but they just weren't able to capitalise on the back of that. So a lot of their scoring has had to come from the back up, as well as Carlton. So that's been the game. They've found it really hard to capitalise on those forward half turnovers.
Where am I going to in America? I am going to Washington, D.C. to spend some family time there. I don't get to see my sister very often because she lives in America, and I've never been there. So around COVID and stuff, I didn't really see them much. So I'm literally just going to chill in their place for a while, and then I'm going to do New York at the back end and fly out of New York to Manchester after that. G'day, Jaden. Eagles going to win, mate. I am 65% confident. No, I'm 70% confident. I think the only way we lose is if North are a lot better than we expect, which is possible. So I give that about a 30% chance of being the case. North will come out and play well. If North come out and play well, they might beat us. But if they play only a bit better than we expect, I think West Coast will be better. Royal Wolf says, as a North fan, West Coast will win. Yeah. I mean, I'm honestly not going to be devastated if we lose the game. Like, the expectation isn't there this year. I'd rather just not have a game where we'd look terrible. But we got some youth in the side now, which is exciting. Hopefully you find a bird, yeah. Hopefully at the back end of the trip. Not at the start. Phil Clarko will have them ready and prime for round one. Later in the season, they could be easy beats. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect, though. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a much better galvanised North. Like last year, they didn't play anywhere near as well as they could. So I understand why North fans are thinking they'll come out and play well. And they don't have to come out and play so well that they can't beat us. Like I think this is a distinct possibility they come out and play well. But if we were about as bad as them last year, I think we've got more obvious reason to improve by round one, but we'll see. North selected team is arse, bro. Actually, I haven't really gone through it, but Ben Mackay's out, and Taron Thomas is not playing, and there's one other, Zerha, I think. So North do have injuries. We might be missing Nat Nui and Yo, but I feel like we can relatively cope with that compared to, no Mackay. Jai Cully was just not selected. So not selected on form, which is about right. He's just outside the team. Considering we have a relatively fit midfield, it's just Yo out. So Cully is probably one of the next few in. I reckon he'll have a good season in the waffle, and he'll earn a spot. So I'm not too concerned. Zuha's playing. Is he? My mistake. Sorry, getting excitable here. Sorry. It's there's not a lot of room on this desk with 2 laptops, a microphone, and a selection of empty beer cans. Jinbi does look like a gun. I think he'll add something different. He might not win a heap of the footy, but he'll add some aggression, which we lack. You're right, Zohar's playing. Sheasel will play well, I reckon. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a round 1 nomination. Sheasel and Taylor, I don't know if we have any obvious defender matchups other than Cole. So their midfield is... I forgot Shields is playing for him. Powell, Simpkin. And... oh yeah, AFL app's not bloody working. Doesn't show you the on-ball division. It's ridiculous. No core. Interesting. Just wasn't selected, was he? Anyone else think Richmond will overrun them in the second half? I mean, not confidently, but I'm still confident somewhat in my Richmond tip. I still think there's plenty of time, and I think they're the more likely to really gain control of the game, but I could be wrong. There's some leg speed there, Darth. Yeah, they just got to win the footy. Chesser, I don't know how much he'll win the footy and really impact in game 1. I'll get back to the Eagles' best 22. Sorry, starting team. You asked about the mids, Chris. So Jinbi and Shuey have been named in the midfield as the on-ballers. Kelly is the centre, and the wings are Chesser and Gaff. So Shuey, Kelly, Jinbi and Gaff and Chesser. And then on the bench you got Xavier O'Neill. Dom Sheed's been named on a half-forward flank, interestingly. So we've gone a forward short in this game. Interesting. Cherry played well against the Dogs. Yeah. Liam Ryan does look like he's in good form, yeah. He's at least fit. Need a bit more from the Doc this half, says Ty. He's been okay, I think. He hasn't really been his usual impactful self, I don't think. 11 possessions. Solid without being great. Long looks good in pre-season. Yeah, I was a little surprised. He got limited opportunity against Port. I don't think he played against Adelaide at all, and he got picked for round 1, so a little surprised, but I'm happy with it. Haha, rogue right. Clever. Oh yeah, I might update my fantasy team. Now that a couple of players are confirmed out, I've got a couple of bench players that need to be swapped. I need a new bench ruck. Do I put Jamison? Probably not. So Wilmot got selected to play. That's good. Jake not selected. Yeah, a little surprising, but not amazingly surprising. I think he was around the fringe. So we go with Williams / Jamison and then the two talls. Yeah, I don't mind it. Bailey Laurie has... Oh, Matt Johnson selected to play for against St Kilda. That's interesting. So there's quite a few rookies here that are selected to play. Jamison's going to be good this year. Oh, should I put him on the bench? I've got 374k and he's my last player to pick, so I could pick him. Does anyone know what a 345k average is? Rod Wright says avoid Lycett. Thank you, that's good advice. Oh yeah, I never actually put up that I'm streaming. I think a lot of fans are harsh on Jamison. Rucks take time to develop. From what I can tell, I reckon fans like Jamison and don't like Williams, but I agree with the sentiment that they're harsh because they're young. Did Brun get picked? How did he go in the pre-season game? It's not a bad option. Jesse, is that Jinby going to be good? Yeah, he will get picked every week, I think. So that's one of the first questions answered. He'll probably get like 15 touches a game. I think he'll get a rising star nom. So yeah, I think he's worth picking, 100%. What's he cost? He'll cost like 280, 284. Oh, go on, Jamison. Yeah, Bailey could jump over a bus. He just needs to get a bit more physical. I've got 374 Rogue left over. And I just went Jamison. So I have 29k now. Who replaces Redden? O'Neill. But it's hard to say who replaces Redden because we haven't had our full complement of best available midfielders in one team for a while. So Redden was one of the regulars last year, but we have a lot of players coming back too. So in theory, it's Sheed. Close to best on for Geelong. Really? Second half starting. Just going to take a little peek for the gram. Baker with an early possession. Spoiled by Sard. I've liked Sard's game today. All Australian last year. Radaglia. Yes. Probably got more job security than Jamison as well. When Nick Nat's fit. Good point. I feel like Hewitt should have come in for Yo. Yeah, we got enough debutants though, I think, with Hewitt. So with Jinby, Long, and Chesser. To add a fourth one's probably overkill. I'd rather give it to O'Neill. O'Neill's not going to develop in the waffle, but Hewitt and Cully can. That's the way I look at it. O'Neill needs games at AFL now. Cully's young enough where he could still develop in the waffle. Yeah, I'm going to go Chromatically. Yeah, that's a great call. Yeah, Asava. Asava my nuts. Harry Barnett is a little bit injured, Darth Jar Jar, but I think he's a chance to play early in the waffle, but he's not going to play AFL. Probably at all this year. Cool, back to the footy. Oh, Rewell's got an early shot on goal, so yeah. Tigers looking good. 88,000, is that right? My rucks are Gawn and Marshall, Rogue Riot. I don't think the McGovern brothers will play together, Nyasha. I don't think the Eagles have a need for it, and I don't think Jeremy would go to Carlton. Early goal to the Tigers, 8 points the margin. It is low scoring. I feel like it might open up in the second half now. How much does LDU cost, Ty? Grundy and Marshall. Yep, fair enough. Not the biggest fan of the Gawn pick near max price. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not committed to it, although it is a little bit late to change it. Yeah, I'm unsure. Witts and Darcy. Sean Darcy is who I wanted originally. Could I use that money better elsewhere? I don't know. Had a few beers, I shouldn't make decisions. Darth Jar Jar says 824k. Who was that referring to, sorry? Grundy? Oh, turnover from Nank. Sort of. Richmond win the ball back through Rioli. Gets it back from Martin. Oh, stops on a dime. Wow, how does Bolton get that much space? And suddenly, Richmond are 2 points down. That was the average from Carlton in terms of being aware of Bolton there. Great run by Daniel Rioli, and the Tigers look up and about. $40 likes, guys. Thank you so much for joining in the season opener. 10 more likes would be great. Get us to 50.
By himself in the forward 50, but Bolton did an excellent job. And then having the
Tigers are looking better. I do feel like they're going to come and win over the top, to be honest. That is my expectation. I need to put up this bloody story.
Exciting for the game too. I mean, we see there Richmond's mindset. Nate Purvis wanting to get that ball.
2 points the margin. So the game's lived up so far.
Instead of retreating when there was that error, he just kept coming forward. Threw a boot at it.
Prestia somehow popped the handle to Taranto. Taranto now, they're on fire here at the moment, the Tigers. What a kick.
Here we go. Tom Lynch lining up to put the Tigers in front. So this game's opened up a little bit. All Richmond's way.
Lynch now has a really difficult set shot. This is the one that suits the likes of Jack Rewalt, Tom Hawkins, that beautiful left to right control ball. If he misses these, Lynch, BT, it's normally to the right. He normally drops it and they go to the right.
Lynch missed a bad one earlier tonight. This is a more difficult kick by comparison, which means he'll kick it. And he has. So the Tigers in front. So, alright, just putting up. Putting up a story. There we go. How come Lynch can kick the harder shots? Much like his namesake Quinton Lynch back in the day for the Eagles, he would do the same thing. Was terrible within 20 metres, but nailed it from 50 odd. Taranto with another possession. It's been pretty scrappy possessions from Taranto, but he's got plenty of it. Cowan gets another kick, but it's a terrible turnover. So, not one for the super coach out there. Super coaches, rather. No Curnow goals. No, I don't think so. Hopefully this is a thriller. It's a good game. Do I rate Taranto? I do. I don't think he's having an amazing game tonight. Lots of possessions. I do rate him. I don't know if he's going to be absolute top caliber mid. I think he's probably at his level. Or at least his best. You know, I don't know if he'll exceed that again. But he has a great potential. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Sidetracks. They're mid-strengths. Sidetrack XBA. They're pretty good. Thinking about getting Uber Eats. Because my house doesn't have a fridge, so I don't have any food. Oh, tackle without the ball. Side wins the footy. He says, I rate him very highly. Yeah, I mean, he's a big-bodied mid who plays forward, kicks goals, wins the footy. Good overhead. Yeah. Great recruit for the Tigers. He has butchered it tonight, Rogue, yeah. I agree with that for sure. Oh, who took a mark there? Curnow. Last year's Coleman medalist stands up when Carlton really didn't have the ascendancy. He looks younger with his hair grown out like that. How old is he now? I think he's like 26 this year, so he's not young. He looks younger than 26, to be honest. I'm 25. Big kick though. First goal of the season coming up. Yeah, it is. And the Blues steal the lead back. Good result for them.
Time for the start and catch fire. Just after the Tigers have rattled 3 on in a row.
Oh yeah, Taranto did kick 5. That's pretty impressive. Isn't he 24? 2015 draft? Is he 2015 draft or 2016? If he's 2015, that will make him born in 97. So he's 25.
We all know that Richmond want that up-tempo, in-your-face pressure football, but this is what they did in this play. It's the same as what they did in the first goal, which is that kick mark, a bit of patience, make sure Richmond have to man up, so when they do go long inside 450, you get your one-on-ones and it gives your key forwards a chance to take that contested mark. Here we go. Cotchin. He can toss wide if he wants. Ignores that. Tries to go deep into that pocket. Well read by Wiedering and Lynch. Defended. Think maybe abuse there.
Just delaying the play, I think. Had plenty of opportunities.
McRae, Kelly, Bontempelli, Green, Warple, Callahan. Oh, what did Callahan cost? Here's another one I wanted to consider. I think he'll have a good year. Duff, it is mixed red berries. It is terrible. Absolutely disgusting. But it's tactical. I haven't really smoked in the last week because I've been healing. Kerno's got 2 in a row. So the Blues bite back here. They're 8 points, and the Coleman medalist from last year has two in a row. Well done. But it's helping me quick because it's gross, and I don't want to buy another one. Jack recaptures 2018 form. He was the best. Oh yeah. Oh, will Darling win a Coleman? Nah, he won't. He's not. He's past his prime. Not that far past his prime. I think he could be a bit like Hawkins, and because he doesn't rely on athleticism that much, he's just very strong and skilled. You could see him doing well late in his career. That being said, I don't think he has a Coleman in him.
When you've got Curnow and Mackay, that is a good option in the contest to just drink it on their heads. We've seen now starting to look dangerous. Defenders would get nervous having to stand under a long ball inside 50, standing alongside those guys.
Hewitt. Kennedy. The Taranto pressure to Doherty, and Pickett should mark. Protects the fallen footy by turning his body against Hollins. Now to sell a little candy. Right foot did it well. Driving deep ball. Rewald's got the sit. Elected to body rather than jump. Young. Mansell to Graham. Graham confronted.
Curnow, he does look younger, hey. He looks like a kid. Oh, Rioli Jr. Snapped a goal. This game has really lifted a notch. 406k for Callahan. Yeah, okay, that's less juicy. But still solid.
Solid perhaps to go with that.
I think he probably is a very good mid-price option, actually.
So a 4-goal to 2-quarter in favour of the Tigers. Rioli just saying to one of the trainers there, I'm okay.
This is the moment that Sard won't be happy with. If you're in the defensive 50, you need to pick up that ball. You don't stick a boot out at it. And the Carlton defence will be showing that on Monday this week. Put your head over the ball, pick it up cleanly, get tackled, hold it in, get stoppage. You can't let
Rioli Jr. does look older. Yeah, I think he's put on size. He looks a lot thicker.
Goals in a half and then 6 goals in 10 minutes.
2 points the margin. This game's living up. Ty doesn't think he'll go Callahan. Yeah, fair enough. It's a bit of a line ball one. But I think he'll get opportunities. He's a gun. The more I think about it, the more I want to do it, to be honest.
Ball forward. Floston, great
Oh, Martin with the releasing hands. Holland's on debut. It's a flower bag, and he's missed. Unlucky. 3 points the margin the Blues way. So it started with the Tigers being inaccurate, and now it's 6 goals, 7 Carlton, 6 goals, 4 Richmond.
Handed back to Tosh, it rolled back to help the defence, and Rioli had come up to stand alongside him, but he just lost him in transition, got free, just couldn't complete the play.
Excess of 87,000 here, I believe.
Blow the whistle, man. Blow the whistle.
That were the case.
Take it, mate. Yeah, take it.
May well be the second highest ever home and away crowd between these two, so we'll wait for those final figures.
Oh, Motlop with the crumb. He took too much on. I think he's got the handball off at least. It looked like he was about to score then.
In the end, we'll have a ball up. Deep in the pocket here for the Blues. Richmond fans enjoying the game. It's powerful. Drag the tackler about 5 metres with him.
Fantasy much more reckless than Supercoach, picking all the mid prizes. Yeah, there's some juicy ones. Always is.
Ian Curvis. By the ladder, Cherry. Just missed Kennedy. Silvani went and found it. Saab.
Doherty. I feel like I haven't seen Doherty for a while. Finds Mackay. So the forward's starting to stand up a little bit. Sheed in Warpedo is a good move, I reckon.
Charlie Curnow there saying it's mine. Mine, he said. 45 goal 2022 season from this mighty big forward, and that's just missing.
He's only have 20, Darth Jar Jar. Baker's only on 20. That's crazy. Motlop should have kicked sooner, I agree. 6 likes to get to the half century, guys. Any help would be much appreciated. Thank you again for the $10 of donations as well. Much appreciated.
Side of the ground, Rewald. Prestia. Handball to Mark. McIntosh just
Richmond mop up.
space for Daniel Rioli.
And it's another turnover. McGovern. It's a good kick to Doherty. Kicking inside 50. It's an up and under kick, to be honest. Oh, it's a flower bag and Mackay's taking the mark. So, goodness me. It's all happening. The tools lifting here for Carlton, as I said before. This will make the margin 10 points.
10 metres closer. You would think here it's the drop punt because he's that much further out.
And that switch of play, the intercept mark, bring it into the middle, then move the ball fast, and the open side for Mackay.
So Mackay to give the Blues a 10-point lead from
Oh, he's missed.
this game.
Could be a crucial miss. So they're 5 points the difference, and it's only
Those two misses.
5 behind the margin. It's crazy.
Camden McIntosh. Lynch. Did well. Mark. They needed that, Richmond. They've been trapped in. They needed a contested mark down the line. Graham comes back at the ball. Move outside five. Outside five. Dusty on short. No choice but to stick it to a hot spot. Almost Lynch. Socket.
Oh,
Straight to Prestia. And he misses.
Prestia kicks it behind. So plenty of behinds in this game. Low scoring. I don't mind that.
Tigers.
Bit reckless then again.
Chris reckons the AFL CEO won't be happy, but I don't mind a low scoring game. As long as it's good. Which I think this is. Happy with it.
Richo, now the coaches,
He reckons Dom Sheed is an overrated footballer. Do you think he's that rated? I don't think he has that much of a reputation outside that goal. I think he was fantastic for a little while there and has been He was poor at the end of 2021 and then missed 2022. So I think he's okay. He's just a solid B-grade midfielder. Rogue Rider agrees. Richmond go inside 50 now. Oh, Lynch. Again, the talls have an impact here. After he has a shot, I got to go pee. Oh, a face mark.
They look to switch the field. Switch the ball to the open side of the field. They come back up through the middle of the ground. The Carlton defenders are put out by it, and it gives Lynch a run and jump at the ball.
Sheed is rated. I feel like he's rated maybe by West Australian media, but I don't think he's considered more than, B grade. Tigers hit the front. That's what happens when you take your opportunities, and ironically it's flipped. It was them not taking their opportunities earlier, and now it's Carlton. No, I agree. He's not a great player. He's okay. He's decent. I feel like we haven't seen the best of him, to be honest. Nyasha says that the Bulldogs have gone with 4 talls in the forward line. Have they? I know they played with the pre-season. I've been at work today, so I haven't really looked at the lineups. Let's have a look.
So the Tigers doing a good job here. Lynch copping that one in the face, through the hands in the end, and was able to juggle it and save it. Convert the goal.
Darcy, Lobb, Norton, and Ugle-Hagen. Interesting. Ugle-Hagen could play, a bit smaller, but still, it is very tall. I think it's too tall. But when you've got players that talented, you got to fit them in. Jordan Johnston, welcome, mate. How are ya? Good to see ya.
So they're being pressed now, the Blues, and this is the time their coaches going to want to see them remain composed and stay with their style.
Cowan gets locked up. Sheed is someone who can average 90 in fantasy. Yeah, I think so. Absolutely.
Smart decision from Cowan. Doesn't look fancy, but rather than try and do too much in that situation,
5:39 remaining in the third term.
stoppage.
6 likes to get to the elusive 50 likes, guys.
That's what it allows. Gives you defence time to just get organised behind the ball, whereas if that one spills out, Bolton gets on the end of it. Very hard to defend.
Bolton gets a free kick for a block. Interesting. I'm good, Jordan. Yeah, not too bad. My wisdom teeth came out last week. I'm in a lot of pain right now. I'm drinking through the pain. Finished the antibiotics, so I can have beer now. But I'm very sore. I'm thinking about grabbing some painkillers, but I don't know if I should mix them. How are you? Well, you said you're good, but what's news? Oh, Lynch pushes TDK out of the ruck, snaps a goal. They're going to pay it. Obviously not a push in the umpire's eyes. And on that note, I'm going to pee.
So the Tigers, 8-point leaders here at the moment, really starting to get the wheels in motion. Touch, was it? Touch, I think you've been seeing, yeah. Okay, so all goals automatically reviewed during the break. So we'll wait for the umpires to come back in the middle. Chances are, as Lynch looks worried.
4:20 remaining in the third term. The old Rocky Ridge. Good brewery. Going to Melbourne next Sunday for the F1. Now that's exciting, mate. Good on ya. Bolton lines up. This will make it 9 points, which I think would be Richmond's biggest ever lead. Not ever. He kicked it out on the full though. So we remain at 3. Oh, missed the review. Thanks for letting me know. Good point, yeah. There you go. Good. Even though I tipped Richmond, should be going for him. Well, Tigers have a chance of scoring here, but it's likely to be wrapped up. It's a tight game, hey. 2 evenly matched sides. This is what we expected. Hasn't opened up like I thought. Still relatively low scoring. Hollins. Oh, it took too long, but thankfully for him, got taken high. Oh, he's kicked into the man of the mark, but it's good from a fantasy point of view because he gets the kick and the handball, I believe. And he gets the ball back for another 3 points. Cripps flies for the mark. Taranto gets a kick off. Gibrioli's been a feature today off the halfback with some rebound there. Lynch holds strong against Young. Too good. Beats his man, but it's paid touch. Unlucky. Doherty 72, Baker 31, Cripps 50, Holland 16. Taranto 78. So that hole in 16, I reckon, would have gone up a little bit since then. I hope. Taranto has a shot. It's a banana. Doesn't quite nail it. Another ball behind. So 5 behind's the margin. Minute 30 to go in the third term. Cowan is listed as injured and out of the game. Interesting. Holland's up to 25 fantasy points. You tipped Richmond by 15. What did I tip? Rogue right. Impossible. I tipped Richmond by 11. Ooh, Deconi flies, can't bring it down. I'd love a mark to break it up a little bit, the Blues. I still find myself going for them, even though I tip Richmond. Richmond get a free kick, so there's a chance to score here. With a minute 15 remaining, Baker. Oh, Cripps with his height manages to get a hand to the intercept. Carlton free kick.
They're just playing it very safe at the moment, Carlton. Very conservative. Like from kick-ins, you can run it 10, 15 metres.
They're holding up some sign here, and I don't think it means go quick, Daisy, so I don't expect they're going to power button it is. Turn it off.
Still have time if they can get it out the back of this. Head Kerno and Foster wrapping up.
You understand in the last minute if they've been, because they've been defending for a long time, but it's been going on for
49 likes, guys. One more to get that elusive 50. That'd be great, thank you. Carlton need to kick more goals than the opposing team. No, not necessarily. They could kick a goal and they would be 1 point up with the same amount of goals, Heath. So, debunked.
Prestia,
30 seconds to go, Richmond. Send it inside 50. McGovern spoils. Is the ball go out of bounds, though? My KO's buffering, which is annoying.
didn't get it all the way to the boundary line. This gives a little opportunity here for Mandra and Martin. Martin is attacked by a couple.
51 inside 50 to 35. You're right, Kev. Richmond have dominated. They've been the slightly better team, so I think the score reflects it.
defend is under threat tonight, isn't it?
They've won the clearances and hit-outs. They've won heaps more... Oh, no. Marginally more possession. Carlton have slightly outmarked them, so... Interesting. 1 quarter to go in this opening game. 50 likes. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully have a big last term. They don't call me false footy. Well, some people do. If you read the internet forums. Fuck, I am in pain. This calls for more beers. G'day, Huntsman. Welcome back. Oh, 51 likes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, man, I'm in pain. Fuck yeah. I've been in pain all day. This is commitment to content. And I have no fridge, so these beers are getting increasingly warm as I power through them. YOLO. Oh, should I get Uber Eats or should I sober up after the game and go drive? I'm unemployed in like 8 shifts.
Year after year, K after K, with Toyota genuine service, the feeling never fades. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
It's important to have the right cover. That's why Seabus Super have tailored it.
Shelters? No, they're side tracks actually. Gauge Roads from Fremantle.
Seabus Super, making hard work.
My jaw is killing me.
Now the cafe blend isn't just barista crafted across Australia. Our beans are also sourced from Kenya,
Thanks, Hee Hee. Got some exciting things in the pipeline.
roasted in Melbourne.
So I am paying someone to do some editing for me. Oh, that's right. I uploaded a TikTok. Let's see how it's going. Uploaded some TikToks for me. I'm currently working on a bit of a rebrand in the background. I'm uploading content like no one's business. I am quietly confident I've got a cool guest for you coming up on the podcast. And I got an email about another opportunity as well. So things are happening. It's what happens when you bloody put your attention to something.
Know when to stop. Don't go over the top. Gamble responsibly.
That being said, my TikTok is flopping. And not in a good way.
It's a shame for things for us. We partner up, Sandy.
Enough beers will be nature's painkillers. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Huntsman, you are under 18. I'm not bringing you any beers. Grow up. Average bloke with shit opinions is the whole brand of True Footy, mate. I'm all for it. Doherty's on 79. Cowan on 35 for my fantasy team. Taranto 91, so happy with that. Probably should have captained him. Who else I got? Holland's on 25. Rough. Rough like the family dog. Thanks, Hee. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support, mate. I know you're one of the regular names I see all the time, so thank you. Yeah, it's going to be weird. It's going to be a big year. Going to be on location. I have no idea what to expect. Life's about to change dramatically. But the motto at the moment is look forward, not back. That's what I'm going to be doing all year. I was not far away, Huntsman. I kind of just picture you as a permanent 15-year-old. Sounds good, Rogue, right? When I make it to Victoria, I'll bring some beers over. Do I have a gander at Uber Eats? I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't. He says as he grabs his phone. Can't wait to see you at Reb, says Heath, the Huntsman. God. Man, it'd be bizarre if one day I'm at a nightclub with you, Huntsman. The 18-year-old you and the 30-year-old me. I kind of want it to happen, but I also kind of don't. With all due respect. Only because it's a reflection on me, not you. Kev, how old are you turning, mate? Happy birthday for them. What are Uber Eats options like in Perth? Oh, let's have a look around this region. Huntsman, you haven't heard my news. I'm not going to be in Perth, mate. I'm moving to England in 3 weeks. Graz is glad he tipped Richmond. Me too. I think so. I felt confident throughout the game that they will win. It's still very close though. No guarantee. I can't shake that feeling. Gary Lyon reckons Carlton. I find myself happy either way, to be honest. Carlton win the first clearance. Rogue Wright says, don't know if I should be proud of the fact I've never been to Rebs. I nearly went to Rebs, I think, after the 2018 Grand Final. We got pretty fucked up at a place called in Brunswick, which is this weird bar. And then I kind of got away from us. We were going to get a taxi to the city and go to Rebs or whatever, wherever it is. But we didn't. I was still up at like 8 AM. I threw up on a tree. Good grand final. Yeah, Cowan is definitely out. That's a shame. Been subbed out. Kennedy rushed that inside 50 way more than he needed to. Turns out okay. Goes to a contest, although Motlop gives away a free kick for a high tackle. Pickett out, Ross subbed in, and then O'Brien subbed in for Cowan as well. So Richmond go forward here. Is that Hopper? Haven't really noticed Hopper today. Haven't had a few beers though. It only takes like 2 beers for me to like lose my ability to analyse a football game. I should stop drinking during streams. What is Revs actually like, Heath? If you had to describe it. Eli, I went to the gay village in Manchester on a Sunday night because that is the only place in like town that was open on a Sunday night till 5 a.m. and I was a tourist, so that's why I was at a gay bar, I promise. Nah, yeah, they go hard, man. In terms of partying. So I've done it before. It was good fun. I made a few friends. Yeah, fun night. Pretty loose though, as you can imagine. You're a fan of goth and emo chicks, Rogue? Interesting. Probably not really my speed. Anything wrong with them? I just don't have a particular inclination for them. Not against them. They go hard for multiple different reasons, yes. And multiple things are loose. That's inappropriate, I'm sorry. And 4 working limbs. Oh, so you're an ableist, are you? Huntsman? Dim, dark drug den. Yeah, well... Is it really 24 hours? That is a thing, isn't it? That's fucked up. What's it like at 8 a.m. on a Tuesday? Or am I naive in thinking that it's open 24/7? It's probably just open all night? I don't know. Fucking weird. I don't think that Acres looks like Shuey, but I'll keep an eye out for it. Interesting. You know who does remind me of Shuey? Jesse Eisenberg from The Social Network. Just putting that out there. As a huge Luke Shuey fan. It's not 24 hours. I kind of thought that's where the term revolver came from. You know, it's just revolving. I don't know what anything is. I don't know.
LGBT saying 4 points on offer. Why does it feel like more than that in round 1? We've got 23 rounds of the year.
I think it's just a big build-up, JB. It's 6 months from the last game last year, and everyone's just waiting for this weekend. It's a good way to set the standard for what you've learned over
Colonel Tan's.
and also to
Good Asian food.
teams know that if you're there,
I thought it was a nightclub. It has a restaurant, does it?
a lot of teams are going to be looking at this game tonight to see how they stand up under the pressure.
Thoughts on the sub change? Do you mean the rule, Darth Jar Jar, or the sub change in this game? Thanks, he. That means a lot. I don't actually know that much. I just like to think I think things through logically and communicate them in a concise way. I think that's what I do. I don't think I actually know that much. Big Daddy Daniel Busher is at home tonight, although he has been uploading his own videos on the channel, so go check that out. Mostly fantasy focused, but he's determined to stay, you know, in the True Footy loop as is my preference too. Obviously, he's a big part of the channel, but with me moving to England, it's going to be more difficult. But he's had a crack at some videos, so go show him some love if you don't mind. Just go to those videos and put in a nice comment or something. I think that would mean a lot to him. But I'm just streaming alone tonight because like I've got to do it in my room and it's not really that hospitable. Also, the ladies tell me. Here we go. Doherty wins the ball 75 out. Ah, interesting, Heath. Chera inside 50. Looks like a good kick. Fine, Silvani. Oh, tried to burp and it just made me sound like a bitch.
Love that handball to Chera.
You do know a lot, Huntsman, to be fair. Very knowledgeable little unit. I say little. I have no idea how tall you are. Surely we have a Bush and Jesse stream. I am going to do a podcast with Busher just about him before I go. Just about his life. It's come to my attention that not many people know about Bush. And I've done podcasts, going deep with like other YouTubers like Caden and Druzy and even Cardman and all these guys. And Bush had a big year last year, and we're going to talk about that. So, oh my God, Doherty has kicked an amazing goal. What a goal. I'm the same age as Doherty. Literally the same year at school. He looks like a veteran. He is a veteran. That was a great goal. Your cousin's actually fairly disabled but loves to go climbing. Interesting. Gets taken. So he or she gets taken, like escorted to the club to have a good night. Likes to dance and stuff. How disabled are we talking, if you don't mind me asking? Very personal question. I'm just curious now that we've broached the subject. Give him a PhD because he's the doc. The pair's been on the podcast, Eli. I'm good mates with Anthony. He's been on one. Should really do another one. I'm gonna have more time to do this after I leave. So the Blues are up by 1 point. This is a riveting game. Doherty looks like 45. He's born in 1993, which is me, literally my age. Yeah, I'm the same age as him. I'm the same age as Tom Mitchell, Elliot Yeo, Stephen Cornelio. I'm older than Tim Kelly. It's crazy. I feel like a kid sometimes. Is this how you imagined your life being when you were younger? Is that a serious question? Because that's quite a deep question out of nowhere. I don't know if it's directed at me or not. Pretty severe cerebral palsy. Interesting. Yeah, nice. Yeah, well, not the fact that they have cerebral palsy, just it's the fact that they go out night clubbing and enjoy it. Obviously, that's what I meant. How old are they, Rogue? So the Blues are deep in defence here, trying to get it out. Sub-rule change. Okay, Darth. I don't mind it. I think there's no downside to having an extra player play every week. The downside is, there's a strategic advantage. You probably see more players get cracks at AFL level. The downside is it's an extra player you hold out from the VFL or Waffle or Sandford, right? I presume. So it means Floss Jones missed. It was a 1 point game we got going here. So it means for instance, Greg Clark or Jai Cully, we send an emergency over. There's always one travelling emergency at least. Sometimes there's two who doesn't play Waffle. I think usually it's two travelling and one for a home game. But does that number go up if there's a sub? So if Jai Cully is the sub, does he sit out of the Waffle and then potentially only play a quarter? I think that's just another interesting thing for clubs to manage. Players playing games and playing enough. You wouldn't have the same player as sub 4 times in a row because they wouldn't have enough footy over that period. So it's interesting. It presents some challenges, but I think it's only positive. I'm glad it's not instead of the 4th interchange player, for sure. Heath, are you talking about when it was originally out in the early 2010s? So I didn't like the 3 bench and 1 sub, but 4 bench and 1 sub is good. I'd rather have 4 bench as a minimum. Akers has popped it up to the boundary. It's gone out of bounds. Wingard is 93. Jez Cameron Trelaw. Yeah, you're right. And it's funny seeing these guys with like crow's feet. And I know I am starting to see some signs of aging in myself for the first time, which is awkward. But life goes on. It happens to everyone. God, my teeth are killing me.
Trying to get through Cripps. And seeing it out is McIntosh. So this is the Carlton forward line here.
Interestingly, they've got Tom De Koning taking the ruck here. Usually you'd see sides use a forward to do that so that De Koning could get back behind the ball, free up a defender.
Because Mansell. Straight line the ball there, Mansell. Thank you.
Seasoned man, some might say. These average teams bore me. Yeah, I agree. Get me to North and West Coast. It has been a scrappy game, but honestly, I'm just happy footy's back. And remember that Richmond Collingwood draw, that first game in round 2 after the pandemic stopped footy for 12 weeks? That was a real stinker. We're not quite at that level. A draw would be funny though. It's quite possible.
Very nicely. First game for the Tigers, Toronto, 28th position for him. Well done, Jack Rubel.
John Patton, Josh Kelly. You're not talking about people born in 93, are you? John Patton's 94, Josh Kelly's 93. I presume you're talking about something else because you would never make an admin error like that, Huntsman. Actually, you might be right. Maybe Patton is 93, but I'm sure Josh Kelly's 95. Darth, why are you going so hard at North and West Coast banter? It hurts my feelings, frankly.
4 tackles to hold the ball.
It is an absolute stinker of a round 1 matchup. But I actually think... I'm excited. I'm an Eagles fan. But I think both sides will be a lot better than last year, honestly. It's almost impossible not to be better. Alright. Okay, Richmond is going to the top of the square. Carlton are going to rebound. Okay, I'm going to have one more pee break before the end of the game. I'm going to have to choose it strategically. Oh. Floston's going to take the intercepting mark about 90 metres from goal. Pass it backwards, so... Oh, wasted talent. Patton is 93. Yeah, that's right. Patton looks good for 93. Yeah. Years old. I wouldn't be excited if I was you when Kane turned out as 40 and 5. Fucking hell. That would happen to us. It's always some small forward. They do have Sheasel. It might be like Curtis Taylor. Alright, Carlton get a defensive free kick. Last pee break before the end of the game. Ow.
Weathering's found a little space and found number on that side of the ground as well. Doherty neatly back inside to Chera. Good ball to centre half forward to Ed Curnow. Kennedy's come off the bench on the fat side here and it'll be 3. Very, very wide. Finds Hollins. Got the
Of course I missed something. Of course I missed Carlton kicking a goal. I remember when Kane Turner debuted. Because he was still a high school kid. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was still in high school. Oh, great goal by Curnow. The Talls have provided in this game. North Melbourne legend Daniel Howe. Is he in Hawthorn? Don't tell me that he was traded and I don't remember that. No, he is at North Melbourne. Yeah, he was. That's right. Completely forgot about that. He's 27. Holy crap. Curnow's kicked 3. Let's have a look at my fantasy points. Doherty 107, happy with that. Taranto 101. So Doherty's really lifted in the second half. I think he had 37 at half time. Cowan's finished at 35. Holland's 34. That might be all I've got. Yeah. So mixed bag there. Miller. They need a goal soon, Richmond. And just as I say that, on cue, Bolton's taken a mark 35 out directly in front. 30 even. He'll kick this and we'll get back to 1 point. As I ease out some beer burps for you. G'day, Gareth. Oh yeah, I've seen videos like that. I'll check it out. I haven't actually checked that out yet. I will. I'll have a gander, mate. Sounds good. Heath, you just reminded me. I want to start a pub in England called the Horn Pub. I think that would be really funny. Oh, Rewalt. Intercept. Here we go. Taranto. Oh, he just knew he didn't have the pace. Did he get rid of that legally? He did. Hollands. Oh, intercepted out of bounds. I didn't actually process that Bolton missed then. I was distracted. Yeah, Taranto probably undersold himself there with the pace. And it messed up the momentum. Probably should have had a shot. It's easy to say that with hindsight. Eli says draw incoming. Well, now it's an even 6 points, so it could be on. Oh, thanks, Gareth. Yeah, nice one. Didn't realise that. Whereabouts are you from, mate? Thank you. The pain is intense. Much like those who go camping while injured. Manchester. I'm going to Macclesfield, mate. That's my first place where I'm going to stay. And I'll be spending plenty of time in Manchester as well. I got a mate in Macclesfield before you ask why the hell I'm going there. Richmond have belted it out in the full. Man City for the Prem. Nah, Liverpool, man. After beating Man United 7-0 and then losing to Bournemouth 1-0 in the same week. That's just typical. Just got to gander at my gaping wounds. Oh, fuck, I'm in pain. Oh dear. So, I just realised I'm also 30 seconds behind live. Fix that now. So Richmond have the ball, about 75 from goal, maybe 80. Macclesfield is really nice. Yeah, you're right, actually. It was quite pretty, I thought. I don't know, just England in the summertime, I feel like it's actually a low-key, very beautiful place, to be honest. English people don't see it. They think here is amazing and England sucks, and Australians think England's amazing. Is it really the biggest round 1 crowd ever? Wow, there you go. Yeah, 88,000, there you go. Kev reckons a goal here. Yeah, I just realised there's 3.5 minutes left. Wow, this has become a really low-scoring war. Not the most convincing performance by either side, but it is round 1. When was the last time we had a round 1 draw? I reckon Melbourne and Sydney is the only one I've ever seen since 2002. And Melbourne and Sydney happened in like 2011, 2012. Huntsman will know. It might have been earlier than that because I feel like we didn't have the expansion sides. We were 16-team comp, which meant that one team had to be 8th and one team had to be 9th at the end of round 1. So I think they did it alphabetically. Lake District. Yeah, I've heard good things. How far north is the Lake District? Maybe 1999? Nah, there was a round 1 draw like 2010-ish, I reckon. Melbourne and Sydney. Yeah, this is a thriller. I gotta focus. Disposals. Richmond have only had 1 more disposal, so that's tightened up a little bit too. Last goal could be the only one. Could only be 1 more goal in this game, if at all. To be honest, the way the game's trending, you don't think there's necessarily a goal. Richmond load up. Rioli's been good every time he's had it, I reckon. Stormtrooper aim. Very true. Oh, the kick's not bad. Oh, that was dumb by the Carlton defender there. Not sure who it was. Oh, McGovern does the hard work, gets in front of the forward, and drops the mark. It's a throw in, minute 52. It's going to land about 30 metres out from goal for Richmond. An hour or so from Macclesfield. Okay, good tip, good tip. I do want to see a lot more of the UK. I haven't done the Scotland and Ireland sort of thing yet. Nank goes to the top of square. McGovern takes the mark. Could be crucial. That's a good kick. Releasing Carlton, and now they've got rebound. This could be decisive. Lockie O'Brien up the wing. He's got a bit of pace. He's got some skills too, but the bounce just eludes him. He gathers it well. Goes inside 50. Anything but a turnover will almost be enough, but Richmond do win the footy back. They're forward. I think it was Mackay. Fell over there. Let's open the door back up. If Mackay keeps his feet there, the game's over, I reckon. Oh. I think it's only got time for a draw. I don't think Richmond can win. This is a great game. They turn it up. Inside 50, Hopper. 20 metres from goal. Lynch takes the mark. Would you believe it? This is the sort of range where he would miss it too. I don't think he's going to miss this one. It's too important. It's too important. Feel like Carlton have bottled that. 30 seconds to go. He's going to shoot. This will be... Imagine a draw to open the season. Nailed it. 20 seconds to go. This is going to be a draw. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk it? Who would have thought the sequel would be just as good as the original? Probably a fair result. I mean, neither team's really done enough to really earn this win. A draw in the opening game of the season. This would have to be the first time this has ever happened. Huntsman, get me my statistics. 17 seconds though, it might not necessarily be a draw. We've seen David Mundy do some mad shit in this scenario. Taranto 119 points, Doherty 107. Clearance, Clarushal. Oh, 11 seconds. Carlton win the clearance. There's time. Oh, Akers. Akers dropped a mark. Akers dropped a mark. That's poor. It would have been very borderline, but he would have had been able to score from there, but that's still a poor drop. Who's that holds the record for the most draws? Crazy. It wasn't a fantastic game in terms of the skill level shown between two teams that I think should play finals this year.
Incredible mark from Lynch.
Oh, well done, Huntsman. Thank you.
The pack had no right to take it with the number of bodies down there, but I dare say we'll be talking about the same thing with Carlton during the week. They had it on their boot.
Give me all the receipts. Wow.
50 just needed to
Crazy.
compose himself. Put the ball
8 goals, 10.
play by handballing it off.
Neither side did enough to win it, which sounds redundant, but neither side was great. Be interesting to see a replay of the Akers drop. Rogue right, tip to draw at 3/4 time. Well done. So everyone gets the tip right. Yeah. Dead silence. It does remind me of that Richmond Collingwood draw that was 36 all after the restart last year. 2011, thank you, Darth Jar Jar. I thought it was around that range. Richmond should have won with the dominance in the game, but both sides didn't deserve to win it. That's probably a fair summary. What were the inside 50s in the end? I do think Richmond was slightly more convincing, but neither were great. Is it Jack Rewalt that's played in the most draws? Somebody's just equalled or beaten the record. Taranto 123, Doherty 107, Hollands 44. It's about right. I think both teams walk away from that very disappointed. But it's better than a loss, I guess. Cripps 84, Baker 59. There you go. So nothing too much to write home about from those boys.
Situation stuff. Do you feel like you're right?
Wasn't the most juicy game in terms of fantasy points, was it?
Definitely, I felt like in the third quarter we're still able to
4
hold
players
on to
turned up.
momentum, so that's a big tick. And then,
Hewitt had 73 at halftime. It ended on 99.
yeah,
95 from Wiedering's impressive.
Foes, you know, you're better at it. So, yeah, cracking game. So, it's definitely a weird feeling, Rich. I don't really know how to feel right now.
It's 2 points, though. Better than none, absolutely. Well done, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Well, there you go. What about that for a start to the AFL season for 2023? There's 88,084.
So Carlton and Richmond will be 9th and 10th on the ladder
Now, I don't really know how to
at the end of this round, you'd think.
Brown, Nathan Buckley, Jordan Lewis, an extraordinary
Disappointing, but very, very interesting. Interesting on the Blue Abroad fan camp tonight. Yeah, definitely check that out. Friend of the channel, Blue Abroad.
Well, the word that Paddy Cripps used at the end there was frantic. That's the way the game started.
Yeah, Carlton let that slip more than Richmond did, considering they were up.
The players gassed out later in the game.
But
Quarter, we saw a little bit more
Richmond equally could and should have won the game.
in the last quarter, a little bit more composure from Carlton, working the ball. Looked like they had
That's interesting that Cripps got 120 super coach, but only 84 fantasy.
But the Tigers didn't give up at all, and an inside 50 differential of plus 21. They'll probably be looking at
Yeah, both teams didn't look that good, I agree. It is only round 1,
turnovers in particular.
but neither team looked very convincing.
It wasn't a great game offensively, but I tell you what, geez, it was hard. I thought the tackling was sensational.
Tough game, lots of pressure.
The boys are a bit rusty, but I think it was more a reflection of, you know, the pressure was just so good early, the intensity.
Footy's back.
When it comes to the defence, that, you know, the old clock in your head, you know, with the ball in your hands, that's just going to take a week or two to adjust. You're hoping for a soft.
Cool, guys. That might be me for tonight, I reckon. I am in incredible pain, to be honest. I need some fucking painkillers. I'm very sore. But I appreciate you guys tonight. It's been fun. Crazy result. Not the most spectacular game, but a crazy result, that's for sure. And, yeah, bring on more footy. I'm sure tomorrow night will be a bit more of an engaging contest between these sides. Between Geelong and Collingwood, that is. Hard to imagine that game will be as lackluster as this one seemed at times. Lackluster is probably harsh, but it just wasn't the best demonstration of football skill, was it? But again, it is way too early, really. So, who knows? Huntsman, no, I think it's a good time. It's a good time. Thank you very much for your support, guys. Good fun. Thanks for the 55 likes. If you don't mind hitting like before you go, if you haven't already, that would be very helpful. Thanks, Darth Jar Jar. I appreciate you and always showing up to these. And yeah, it's always good fun with you guys. I'm glad I did that alone. I'm glad I did that with you and rather than sitting alone complaining about my teeth. I'd rather do it to an audience. Thanks, guys. See you, Huntsman. Love you too. See you at Metros in England. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, take care of yourselves and look out for new content coming soon. Probably won't stream again this weekend, but I'll do some videos. By Monday, there'll be more videos. So cool. True Footy rides again. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next one.